In today's news, constable indicted amid smuggling investigation. Shooting leaves one woman injured. Community outrage over acquittal of WESTCOTT, and BVIAA hosts ACI-LAC Airport Day 2024. In addition to that, RITEWAY reintroduces local charity button. Swim and Sup, the Sound 2024, and CAVALIERS crowned 2024 BVICA T20 champions. We have the details of this and so much more when 284 News returns.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got here. My name is Kamal Haynes. Most of you know me from 284 News, but now you get to see me in a different light on my very own show called Health is Wealth. We have Joel Turnbull.
I don't want you to arch your back when you're pulling down.
Milton McLean.
First of all, right, your footwork.
Steve Augustine.
You did a pretty hard workout today, so perhaps...
And as you can see, it's actually...
Alonzo Boynes.
Taekwondo.
Adam Murrows.
I'll speak as if you're an absolute beginner.
I am an absolute beginner.
You are an absolute beginner.
And Seth Graham.
It bites. It will bite.
Get your water, get your fruits and veggies, and experience a wealth of knowledge about getting healthy.
Some claim that the age of a true gentleman is far behind us, but we disagree. He may appear in different guises today, but the values and ideals that make him a gent still stand. The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman by yours truly, Ron Grant, presents Season 6. Introducing Sheldon Frett, actor, film producer, writer. Daylon Vantapool, entrepreneur. Terrence Neal, creative director. Chad George, entrepreneur. Humphrey Liu, financial services professional. Jamali DJ Molly Thomas, sales manager. Kai DeCastro, entrepreneur. Dean the Sportsman Greenaway, journalist. St. Clair Steady Fleming, entrepreneur. Devon Cowell, brand specialist. Robert Green, footballer. And Rick S.S. Grant, author. The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman, coming June 5th, exclusively on 284 Media, inspiring a generation of greatness. Hello everyone and welcome to this edition of 284 News. It is Monday, July 8th, 2024. I'm Ron Grant, bringing you the very latest out of Tortola in the Virgin Islands. A happy Monday is wished to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for joining us. Beginning our newscast on the local scene, a police constable has been indicted from duty following an investigation into an attempted contraband smuggling at His Majesty's Prison. The Royal Virgin Islands Police Force, in a recent media release, said it is currently probing the incident, which occurred on Friday, July 5th, 2024. The indicted officer was arrested for questioning and has been released pending further investigation. In a coordinated effort, the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force noted that it is working closely with prison authorities to advance the investigation. The specifics of the contraband and how the attempt was made have not yet been disclosed. Acting Commissioner Jacqueline Vantapool has assured the public of the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force's dedication to maintaining integrity and accountability within the force. They said, and I quote, "The RVIPF is committed to investigating and prosecuting any alleged malfeasance committed by its members or any other members of the public service." She continued by saying, and I quote, "We will keep the public informed as the investigation progresses. Further updates will be provided as more details emerge, reflecting the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force commitment to, as they say, transparency and public trust." One female is nursing a gunshot wound following a shooting incident at a popular local business establishment. The Royal Virgin Islands Police Force confirmed the incident in a brief statement to the media on Saturday, noting that it occurred at UP's Cineplex. I quote, "One female received injuries and was transported to the Dr. D. Orlando Smith Hospital for treatment. She is currently in stable condition." A subsequent release from the RVIP revealed that the person believed to have committed the incident was in custody as the investigations continue. The public is being urged to come forward with any information pertaining to the incident by contacting the Crime Stoppers hotline at 800-8477 or the RVIP Intelligence Unit at 368-9339. Ashawn Westcott was on Wednesday, June 26, 2024, set free in the High Court after his attorney, Israel Bruce, successfully made, and I quote, a no-case submission. Now, a no-case submission is a legal argument asserting that the prosecution had insufficient evidence to warrant a trial or conviction. Upon hearing the submission and reviewing the case, the court agreed that the evidence presented by the prosecution was insufficient to link the defendant to the crime. Presiding Judge Justice Stanley John therefore instructed the 9-member jury to return a not guilty verdict due to this lack of direct evidence. Since then, community members have expressed their outrage over the acquittal and are calling for justice for Nikira Smith, many of whom have stated that such acquittals happen too often in the Virgin Islands. The officers involved in the murder investigation of Nikira Smith recently gave an unsettling recollection of how her body was discovered in the area of Hawks Nest back in 2016. Smith's body was found on March 30th, 2016, roughly just about 2 months after she went missing in the Hawks Nest area. Ms. Smith, who worked at Colonial Insurance BVI, was reported missing by her family on January 29, 2016. The 22-year-old was last seen leaving her home in Hope Hill on January 27, 2016. She was described by loved ones as a kind and loving individual. The judge noted that the life of a young woman had been tragically ended, and he sympathized with the victim's mother. He said that while the verdict brings a sense of unease, it was his duty to consider the evidence presented by the Crown and determine whether it could lead to the jury to a reasonable conclusion. Westcott, who has been on remand since February of 2020, was immediately released thereafter. The Crown was represented by Director of Public Prosecutions Tiffany Scatliff, who immediately filed an appeal. Viewers, up next, we have more on the local scene. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
There are many ways to enjoy life, like so many ways to count on Popular.
Well, am I covered?
Yeah, you're with CG. Remember when I was dabbling in knife-throwing bingo? Well, one night I won, but I also got a bullseye. No. In a beehive. I ran for hours. They caught me in the end, though. Anyway, I was covered, and I got to keep my trophy. Uh-oh.
Best medical cover for the price. CG Insurance. Good like that.
Orange alert! Orange alert!
Fire is spreading across the BVI. The fastest, most reliable, and affordable fiber internet service is here for you. Look out for fire in these new locations: Slaney, Duff Bottom, Manual Reef, Seacows Bay, Albion, Hannah's, Palestina, Pleasant Valley, and Havers. Fiber is in your area. Call 444-4444 or visit a CCT store to find out more and bring it home. More locations coming soon.
Welcome back, everyone, and thank you so much for sticking with us. Moving right along, in the Virgin Islands, Managing Director of the British Virgin Islands Ports Authority, Mr. Kurt Manal, recently sat down with myself to speak on the British Virgin Islands hosting the July 9th ACI-LAC Airport Day 2024. The event will see almost 100 professionals from across the region convene in the BVI for this special event.
So the Airports Council International Airport Day will be hosted by the BVI Airports Authority in the Virgin Islands on the 9th of July 2024. It will bring together upwards of 100 aviation and airport management professionals to discuss a relevant agenda, which would include air service development, operations management, general aviation, and the potential for increasing general aviation revenue in the BVI in particular and in the region as a whole. We will also discuss the importance of aviation and airports to the tourism industry and the economy by extension. By hosting the ACI Airport Day, we expect to bring exposure to these issues, especially given the context of being in the development of a business case for the expansion of our airport now. We expect that the professionals who come to the territory during that undertaking would be the same people that we would be engaged in moving forward. The expectation is also that we would expose our staff at all levels, directors, managers, staff, to the various components of airport management, operations management, and civil aviation management in general. We also want to expose the great work that is being done in the BVI relative to airports and aviation management.
Mr. Manal also spoke on the importance of the BVI hosting this significant event.
So it's quite significant. Just to put some context, the Airports Authority, the BVI Airports Authority, became a member of the Airports Council International in 2018-2019. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, we were not able to actively participate in the ACI. So coming out of the pandemic in 21-22, we re-engaged with ACI to a point where we were so active that we were elected onto the board of directors, the governing board of Airports Council International Latin America Caribbean. That is the region that the BVI forms part of. The BVI Airports Authority moves about 200,000 passengers per annum. So to put it in context, the membership of ACI, the bigger airports move in excess of 50 million plus passengers per annum. So when you look at the BVI Airports Authority or Terence B. Lettsome against them, it would appear that we are small. But the significant thing is that as a governing member and also as a regular member of ACI, we have an equal say around the table. We essentially speak at the same level with the big players in aviation.
Additionally, Mr. Manal spoke on the role of the BVIAA as well as what will be presented to the attendees at the ACI activities.
The BVI Airports Authority was tasked in 2006 to manage the airports of the Virgin Islands. We have 3 airports, the main gateway being the Terence B. Lettsome International Airport. After almost 20 years, we have a very aged facility. So you would see it in the condition sometimes of our equipment, of our facility in general. But the BVI Airports Authority, through the board and the government, we are committed to enhancing the facilities, enhancing the experience of the passengers, the guests, the visitors to the 3 airports, particularly Terence B. Lettsome International Airport. So you would see, even as we work towards the development of the airport, the ultimate expansion of the runway, the redevelopment of the terminal, etc., we're trying to essentially work with what we have to make the best of what we have. So we are improving facilities. We are changing over equipment because of the age of the facilities. We trying to introduce new technology. We're trying to build capacity through training of our staff. Again, where you would see the impact of that is on the ground.
For the full interview, visit all 284 media platforms. RTW has announced the reintroduction of its charity button, which specifically benefits local charities in the Virgin Islands. The charity button is a feature integrated into the checkout registers to facilitate the process of donating to charitable organizations. The aim is to simplify donations, increase awareness, and encourage generosity. Now, overall, the charity button serves as a bridge between donors and charitable causes, making the act of giving more accessible and immediate as well as impactful. Each month, beginning July 2024, a featured charity will be chosen for the entire month. For the month of July, the proceeds from the charity button will be going to PAW BVI, which is an incredible organization dedicated to introducing the number of stray dogs and cats on the island by offering a free spay and neuter program, and additionally through their Paws with Wings program, where they fly unwanted puppies to new homes across the USA. Donations can be made in any of the RITEWAY stores across the BVI. Viewers, up next, we have more on the local scene. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
At Partners for Kids, your child's health and happiness are at the heart of everything we do. We've been the trusted medical home for children and adolescents up to 18 years old. And now, we are excited to welcome a new member to our family of healthcare professionals. Introducing Dr. Aisha Maxwell, our new family practitioner. Dr. Maxwell brings a wealth of experience and deep passion for pediatric and adult care, ready to join our team in providing first-rate health services to your family. At Partners for Kids, we believe in a collaborative approach to healthcare. With partners in occupational therapy and clinical psychology, Partners for Kids, where caring is just the beginning. Visit us at Road Reef Plaza, Tortola, open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call us at 284-444-5437 or reach out at info@partnersforkids.com to learn more.
Father Jesus, that line here long like church service.
Alright, do enjoy the rest of the day. Next customer line, please. Wait, hold on a second.
Yes, Sonny boy, come, yes, son.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sonny boy. Hold on there. You must have cut front of people.
It's okay, I'll take care of it.
What? No man to take care of me.
How may I assist you? You want top of power?
You want top of power?
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top-Up Turn-Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top-Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top-up power?
Welcome back, everyone, and thank you so much for sticking with us. Moving right along, Virgin Islands Search and Rescue is gearing up for its major fundraiser. Our team caught up with the operations manager, Phil Aspinall, on what's in store.
Good day, everybody. Morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. My name is Phil Aspinall with Virgin Islands Search and Rescue here in the beautiful British Virgin Islands. I'm the operations manager and one of the rescue coordinators. We have to go out there and do what we're all here for. But to do that, we need money. And so we have various fundraising initiatives over the year. Governor's Gourmet Gathering, which we've already had, we've covered that. Thank you, 284. And the next one we have is the SUP, Swim and SUP the Sound, which is a swim and stand-up paddleboard. We go up to Laverick Bay and we base ourselves there. Laverick Bay hosters, beautiful food, drinks, music, all sorts of stuff. Fun games on the beach for the kids, great day out. Meanwhile, many people sign up, pay up, and go to enter either swimming or stand-up paddleboarding. It's become very, very popular over the years. It's a little hiatus through COVID and stuff, but we're typically around 60 or 70 people, participants, to get up there. And there's, I think the paddleboard is 3.5 miles, and then you can swim sort of 2 miles or 1 mile, depending on your skill set or desire to stay in the water. The other end is beer and water, so there's an incentive to get out. So it is a race as such. There are prizes. Everybody gets a medal for participating, and then we have a sort of a first, second, and third timed run. So it's a bit of a logistical exercise. We have to have somebody at the far end. We start off at Sabre Rock or bitter end to be decided this year. So somebody has to be up on that end and press go with the clock, and then roar down to the finish line so that we know actually how long it took you. We take a large ferry up from Rowtown. The date, July the 14th. A little later this year than usual. Normally we're the first weekend in June. With a late gourmet gathering and various other things, we've slipped this one a couple of weeks. So July 14, as I say, you'll see on the local media and social media, you'll see the times for the ferry leaving Rowtown. A lot of people come from Virgin Gorda, obviously, because they just drive over the hill and they're right there. Look out for the ferry times, look out for the pricing. You'll get a goodie bag, courtesy of Clary Olsen. They're the big sponsors this year, so thank you to them. And then included in that is your lunch. Sadly, you've got to buy your own liquor, but that's just the way it is. The ferry tickets, if you're just going up there to spectate, take the kids up there to have fun on the beach. The ferry ticket includes lunch as well. It's all inclusive. You just get up there, swimsuit, towel, sunscreen, paddling wings if you need them. We do quick trips around North Sound there on the Virgin Gorda Visor boat, and on our boat from here. So get out there and see how we move around on the water. Get the kids on there, have some fun. A great day out, typically leaving around sort of 8 in the morning, coming back around 3 in the afternoon. So we're taking on what we call cadets for our program. We're starting them at sort of 14, 15, 16 years old. And we're teaching them all the stuff that we teach the adults. But because of their age, we can't send them out on rescues and stuff, but we teach them and train them. And Virgin Gorda was pioneered, and now we've introduced it into Tortola as well. Last year, the cadets did a huge demonstration on the beach for us. Obviously, they weren't driving the boat, so we had a driver, but they were the whole crew. They were the medics, the number two, situation assessment, and all the rest of it. And we did a scenario on the beach in front of all of the people to see how they work. This year, we're going to ramp it up. So we're going to take our cadets from Tortola, and we're going to have a kind of little competition just to see who's who. See little friendly rivalry and stuff, because that's always good to hone the skills. So that'll be something extra this year, a little competition between. So what we're going to do is give them both the same scenario and just see how they execute it. Because obviously there's no right or wrong way to do anything.
In a thrilling final to the 2024 BVI Cricket Association T20 tournament, the Cavaliers emerged as champions after defeating RTW Falcons by 20 runs on Sunday. The gripping contest at the Greenland Cricket Ground in East End, Tortola kept fans on the edge of their seats until the final over. Take a look at this final report.
Electing to bat first, the Cavaliers set a formidable target, amassing a colossal 243 runs for the loss of 6 wickets in their 20 overs. The star of the show was Avishkar Sukaran, who delivered a breathtaking performance. Sukaran, who was named Player of the Match and Most Valuable Player as well as the most runs of the tournament, smashed 133 runs off just 63 deliveries. His explosive innings featured 12 fours and 11 sixes, setting a solid foundation for his team. He was well supported by Roniel Jeffrey, who contributed a rapid 47 runs from 20 balls. Despite the Cavaliers' onslaught, Turby Xavier stood out for the Falcons with the ball, claiming 3 wickets for 43 runs from his 4 overs. Xavier's efforts, however, were not enough to contain the Cavaliers' batting prowess. In their chase, the RTW Falcons put up a valiant fight. Austin McDowell was the beacon of hope for his team, unleashing a spectacular innings of 126 runs from 60 deliveries. His knock included 4 fours and an astounding 15 sixes, keeping the Falcons in contention throughout their innings. Unfortunately for the Falcons, McDowell's heroics were in vain as they were bowled out for 223 runs in the final over. Vishal Bharat was the standout bowler for the Cavaliers, capturing 4 wickets for 26 runs from his 4 overs. Bharat's crucial breakthroughs ensured that the Cavaliers maintained the upper hand and ultimately sealed the victory. Well, here's a look at those highlights.
Okay. Some tickets.
Media also spoke to the Cavaliers captain Gopal Budram, who commended his team for the solid overall performance displayed.
First of all, I must commend my batsmen. They came in and they assessed the situation really well. I mean, the first initial half of the innings wasn't that easy to bat on. But once the guys got into the wicket and see that what the ball was doing a little bit, yeah, then in the last 10, we kind of tried to explode and get as many runs as we could have. Because we know the opposition and we know what they're also capable of. Definitely it is pressure coming into that final over from getting the 17th and the 18th over went in for some runs. But with that said, we also was missing one of our key bowler. He's the one who's been always giving us that good start with the new ball, Jack Noy Prasad. But with that said and with that done, we show the strength that we still have in our bowling department. We mightn't have executed our plans well, but you know, in the end of the day, you know, catches win matches. We put on Austin McDowell, and it was really good to get him back in the last over there.
Budram also spoke about the dominance of his Cavaliers team, which have now accumulated 23 titles across all formats in the BVI.
Well, we consider ourselves as a very high-octane team. We have had many talents come, many talents go, but we just keep rebuilding and getting more talents coming into the club. I mean, the amount of the trophies and titles that we have won, I think it's 23 and counting. This is actually my 4th title in a row, 1 T10, and this is my hat-trick of T20 titles. So I'm pretty happy with myself as doing my part as in the team. And I'm really happy to lead this bunch of guys here. You know, they're really good, they're really talented bunch of guys. So I'm very happy.
Reporting for 284 News, I am Kamal Haynes.
Viewers, that is it for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us for your daily news updates at 284media.com and of course on our WhatsApp channel, as well as like us on Facebook at 284media and 284BVI on Instagram and X, formerly Twitter. I'm Ron Grant. I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a safe and enjoyable evening. Goodbye.